Which side of the Easter Bunny has the most fur? The outside. Mike with Iceberg Gaming here with today's World of Warcraft gold farming guide video. Now, some of you guys are going to recognize where I am just, you're going to recognize the farm just from where I am. But today I want to talk about one of the most popular farms in the game and why I think you should not do it. So this is, of course, the Baby Crocs farm. Baby Crocs, Baby Crocs. And I've never really been a fan of this farm, but it has gotten much worse lately, and there's two reasons for that. Number one, obviously, is the region-wide auction house. The materials you get from it are not any good anymore. The second is the change to Darkmoon Firewater. Darkmoon Firewater now increases your deftness by 15% instead of just flat increasing your gathering speed. And this is really painful in my opinion. It's really hurt this farm and my Dreamleaf farm. So yeah, this makes farming even worse for non-Dragonflight, in my opinion. But a lot of people like this farm, and on paper, the reasons why look good. So first of all, you're going to be getting a lot of Savage Leather, which you can also turn into Heavy Savage Leather for even more profit. The Crocolisk tails that you get also sell. I won't say they sell well, but they do sell. Now, those are the raw materials you get. In addition to that, if you go with Cataclysm Skinning and Cataclysm Engineering, you get this Electrostatic Condenser, and you occasionally get extra volatile airs while skinning from Cataclysm nodes, which this is one of them. So we definitely want to have this item if we're doing this farm. Now, also, another reason that we want to do this farm is because we are using the Potion of Treasure Finding, and we are getting a ton of these tiny treasure chests. And this is going to increase our gold value by quite a bit here. I'm just opening all these. As you can see, my loot appraiser value is kind of skyrocketing, making it much more worth it. And also, with our skinning skill, we get these strange bloated stomachs. And we're going to go ahead and open all these up, and our gold value will go up even more. Okay, that's all of them. And as you can see, our looted item value almost doubled there. We were at 20 minutes and we were at like 3,000. Actually, we were under 3,000. We were at like 2,400 or something like that, I think. So that would have only been like 7,000 gold per hour, but now we're at 6,000 gold in 20 minutes. So that is more like 18,000 gold per hour, which is not terrible. It's not terrible. It's actually pretty decent for the way things are today. Also, we have a ton of vendor items here, so we're also getting a little bit of raw gold. So let's go ahead and vendor all this stuff and see what we get as a vendor item raw gold value. I'm not going to sell the greens. I'm going to use them for... Oh, this one is actually a transmog. Yeah, it's a low B transmog. I'm not going to vendor the greens. I'm going to send them over to my disenchanter for disenchanting. We also have a lockbox. So, all right. Now, let's see what we sold our junk for. 122 gold. So, that's around like 400 raw gold per hour. So, the gold value is not terrible from this farm, but I just really don't like it. Now, if you want to do a farm like this, I would recommend my Firelands farm instead, and I'm going to show you why. For my Firelands farm, you get basically the same materials with the same approximate gold per hour value, but you don't deal with the negative side effects, and you also have a chance to get better drops. There's some epic items that occasionally sell for a decent amount, as well as just, in my opinion, a higher quality of quote-unquote transmog items. Now, Cataclysm does not have a lot of transmog in general, but if you're going to find some, you're going to have a better chance in Firelands than you will with the Baby Crocs, in my opinion. So I think it's a better farm that way, and it also doesn't have the negative side effects that I'm going to talk about now. So for this farm, basically what we do is we fly into these eggs, and then the Crocolisk will jump on us, then we have to quickly kill them and skin them. Now, the first problem is that often they will despawn before you can skin them. And the next is that you can get stuck with this debuff, the Crocolisk being stuck to you, that really slows you down, even when you're mounted. Look how slow I was going there. And in addition to the fact that they will often despawn before you can even loot them, sometimes they won't even spawn at all. It's just a really janky farm, and it doesn't appear to be working properly. I don't know what Blizzard intended. I don't know if we're supposed to be able to do this farm at all, but I just find it really annoying whenever I do it. So for those reasons, even though the gold per hour value is not terrible, I highly recommend you switch to the Cataclysm farm, or the Firelands farm instead, if you want to do a farm like this.